I know I'm not the only one. I love Meteorite dials. When you take a watch that is already really good looking and you add a Meteorite dial, it just takes it up a notch. I have a fascination with outer space, and adding a Meteorite dial adds two levels of interest, for me at least, and that is obviously the aesthetic, but also the idea of having a piece of outer space on your wrist. I think that's just cool. Today, we're taking a look at a beautiful watch from Zenith. It is their Chronomaster Sport. However, they have added a Meteorite dial. I have one hands-on. It is their latest release. So let's flip the camera and take a look at the Chronomaster Sport with a Meteorite dial. I think this is obviously a very good-looking watch. I think it's a very well-proportioned chronograph. The subdials here, you have the three different color grays, so really a silver, then a gray, then a dark gray. That's what they've done here, and they've done this on all of the Chronomaster Sports. I think there's just a few that may not have three different colors for their sub-registers, but that's something that they are kind of known for. This is a chronograph with a 1/10 second chronograph. You have a ceramic bezel. When they came out with this watch, there were of course a lot of comparisons to the Daytona, another historic chronograph. I don't think that those comparisons are bad at all, in my opinion, because you want to be compared to the best, so it makes a lot of sense. This is a new iteration of the Chronomaster Sport. It's called the Chronomaster Sport Meteorite. Obviously, that's because you are getting that Meteorite dial. Everything else is pretty much the same. You have about a 41 millimeter case. You get that Meteorite dial. You have an El Primero movement inside. That is the 3600. You get 100 meters of water resistance. This is in stainless steel. You get it on a strap with this really nice buckle on here, or clasp, whatever you want to call it. It is a double push button and it is a butterfly enclosure. You also get the bracelet for this price because this is the Meteorite version. They are giving you both. We'll get back to price in just a few minutes. Today's video is brought to you by Chronograph. If you guys are sick of paying high fees when buying and selling on places like eBay and Chrono24, check out chronograph.com, where currently there are absolutely no fees buying or selling. That means you get a better price when you are buying and getting a better price when you are selling. So definitely check out chronograph.com, an enthusiast-based marketplace started by John P. of the John P. YouTube channel, and currently the only marketplace that offers no fees. Definitely check them out at chronograph.com. This is a thin chronograph. As chronographs go, the El Primero in general isn't a very, very thick chronograph movement. So this comes in at around 13 millimeters thick, which, considering you're getting 100 meters of water resistance, isn't all that bad. Plus you are getting an extra slightly boxed sapphire crystal. So that is adding a little bit of extra thickness there. And then you have a sapphire crystal on the back, because you get to see that El Primero movement. And I have to say, the El Primero movement that they put in this watch, the 3600, is a very good looking movement. It's finished really nice. There are skeletonized parts. There are blued screws. It looks really good. There's a small seconds at the 9 o'clock position. There's a date at the 4:30 position. And then you have that 1/10 of a second chronograph. That's why you see that second hand flying around the dial. And this is something that Zenith are known for. There are not many brands out there that offer a 1/10 second chronograph. Obviously, the Daytona is not one. So there's a little bit more to look at on the dial of this watch. That second hand is flying around every 10 seconds. It looks so cool. Look at that. It's really fast and it's very entertaining. You also have a 60-minute counter at the 6 o'clock and then a 60-second counter at the 3 o'clock. So that's basically it. Everything here is a straightforward, otherwise a very straightforward chronograph design. You have a 46.4 millimeter lug to lug. You have these cutoff lugs, so the lug to lug isn't huge on this watch, even though this is around a 41 millimeter watch. The 46.4 millimeter lug to lug is what I measured. It's actually pretty good. And this will wear very nicely on most wrists. On my wrist today is a watch that I wanted to wear just for this video. It is my Zenith Elite. This one is in rose gold. It has this opaline pearl dial, I want to say. That's what I think it looks like. And then you have obviously rose gold indices and hands against that opaline white pearl dial. It just looks great. It's kind of small. It's on the smaller side. I would say this is around a 37 or a 30. Yeah, I think it's around a 37 millimeter watch, somewhere in that neighborhood. I don't really remember the measurement, but it's also thin and has the Elite movement inside. I'll show you that really quickly. I love the movement in this watch. I always take a look at this movement before I put it on because I think the Elite movement is really underrated. It's just a great looking movement, and these are very thin watches. I'm sad that they don't make these anymore. This was my father's watch, and obviously I inherited when he passed away. Just a beautiful, beautiful watch. And there is the Chronomaster Sport Meteorite on my 7.5-inch wrist. This is a 41 millimeter watch with a 46.4 millimeter lug to lug and a 13.3 millimeter thickness. It does not look very thick on my wrist. It is a lot thinner than a traditional chronograph with a run-of-the-mill movement like a Valjoux movement. So obviously this is a beautiful high-end movement inside here. I love the El Primero and I love this specific model, the 3600. I really think they do a lot to this movement and it looks so good. And there's a lume on the watch. I mean, it's nothing incredible, but it's there. So the fact that they have lume is good. And there is no lume on any moving element. However, that hand moves so fast around the dial, you will see it pass over the hand. So you will be able to see that your watch is working in the dark. But I would like to see a little bit of lume on some of the moving elements on the front of the watch, like one of the hands or the seconds hand or the moving chronograph hand. That would be great. But other than that, that's really my only complaint. Price on this watch is $17,500. Definitely not a cheap watch because this is somewhat or a lot more expensive than the standard model, but you're getting that extra strap and the bracelet, and then of course you're getting the Meteorite dial. So I think that's why they're charging more for this watch. It is an upcharge, but it is a pretty cool watch, and I don't think they're going to be making a ton of these. So this will not be a limited edition, I don't believe, but it will be a limited run. So if you want one of these, I'm sure they're not going to be making a ton of them. So that's the reason why they are also slightly more expensive. Tell me what you guys think down in the comments below. I want to hear from you guys. What do you think of this watch? What do you think of the Chronomaster Sport in general from Zenith? I want to hear from you guys and hear what you have to say. Tell me down in the comment section below. I'll add a link to this watch down in the description. Definitely check out the Zenith website if you are interested. There's lots of watches there to check out anyway, so definitely check out their website if you are interested in this watch. That's really it, guys. Thank you for logging on. Thank you for watching this video. I will catch you guys in the next video.